Good day, everyone. Welcome back to Clean Cut EDC. Today, we are doing a super cool unboxing. I haven't been this excited about doing an unboxing in, in many months. So I can't wait. My legs are shaking as I'm sitting here. I'm just so incredibly excited. I'm going to tell you guys what we are unboxing. We are taking a look again at the Pickled Steel Johan Jordaan designed Warhog. Right, one of my very favorite knives from 2023. So let's unbox this guy and then we will talk about it. Johan Jordaan is easily, we use the Rico D. He's easily the one of my favorite South African knife designers, if not my very favorite. I think he's definitely in my top two favorite South African knife designers. So yeah, I really like him. I like his stuff. I love his designs. He's got this fixed blade called the Tsuku, and man, I'm just dying to get my hands on that thing. It is ridiculously cool. I wish that I can show you guys that knife. Hopefully in the future you will make more and I will have the opportunity to do a review and an unboxing and a test on the Tsuku. I think that's how you say it. Apparently it means thrust in Japanese. Very nice presentation. All the South African design knives from Pickled Steel comes in these pouches. Also their premium knives come in these pouches. Get a microfiber cloth. Oh, there it is. Hello. I missed you. Some extra Omega spring screw, extra pocket clip, extra Torx bit. Super nice. And there it is. There it is. The day I had to give the prototype away, I almost cried. I put it off for weeks. I think, every week I would say, okay, I'm going to send it this week. And I just couldn't, man. I couldn't keep this thing out of my pocket. If it wasn't my primary knife that day, it was still on me. So yeah, I'm just in love with this knife. Yes, it's cool, bro. Oh, the action. They definitely modified the action. It feels a lot smoother, actually, than the prototype did. A little bit easier. Yeah, it's not as stiff, maybe. I wonder if you can adjust these. I'm not sure. It doesn't seem that way. So I'm thinking that you can't adjust the access lock. I think we should call this the pickle lock, right? Since it's from Pickled Steel, Ganzo calls it the G lock, Kershaw calls it the Dora lock, Benchmade calls it the access lock, Kaiser calls it the clutch bar lock. So I think that Pickled Steel should also get their own name for this locking mechanism. My suggestion is the pickle lock. I don't know, the P lock. I don't know, man. But wow, just a freaking awesome looking blade. This is like if the sheepdog from Kaiser went to the Navy and became a Navy SEAL. This is basically that. So yeah, this is like the Army version or the Navy SEAL version of the sheepdog. It's just freaking awesome. Yeah, I really love this blade shape. I know some people don't like it. It's fine. People in the Pickled Steel fan group are kind of split on this knife. Some really like it, some don't like the design. But I think once they held this knife, I think there's quite a few of them that actually still got the knife, even though they didn't necessarily like the design at first. They still got it. And I'm very, very sure that they love it now because it's hard not to. It's just a fantastic knife. It's just so good, man. Let's do an overview. We've got a modified sheep's foot blade shape. It is very close to just being a regular sheep's foot, but it's got a little bit of a belly, which is super nice for food prep. You can fully utilize the entire blade on a flat surface. There's absolutely nothing in the way, no flipper tab, no choil, no nothing that's in the way of that cutting edge, which makes this an absolute dream knife when it comes to food prep. The blade is in D2. Now, this is something that they changed from the prototype. The prototype was in 14C28N, and I'm a little bit conflicted on the decision, just because 14C28N, I primarily, when I had the prototype, I primarily used it for food prep, right? Because it's such a cool food prep knife. It's like the perfect outdoor cleaver. It's just great. Folding cleaver, you know, it's fantastic. However, Pickled Steel makes probably the best D2 that I've ever seen on knives. The heat treat is just, it's just freaking crazy, man. I've got a video coming up. I don't actually want to share this, but I've got a video coming up of a knife that I stone washed. And I did the stone washing by hand. So basically, you're shaking the blade in a can full of rocks. And by the end, the blade was still paper cutting sharp. So it's just, it shouldn't perform at that level, but it does. So I get why they did the D2, because they wanted to make a super durable knife that's going to have, you know, good edge retention, that can be used brutally and still, you know, stand up to the tasks. So I understand why D2. It's just that I really, really like 14C28N. So yeah, so it's difficult. But anyway, I love it. Super cool name, Warhog. That is crazy cool. And apparently there's some other designs coming that's also going to be part of the War series. So Johan Jordaan, I'll have his just his info and his page linked in the description. But he's designed now, he started with this. This was his very first production knife that he designed, right? With Pickled Steel. And Kaiser rejected him first with a design option, and I think it might have been this design. So I don't know why they rejected him, but anyway, or declined, not rejected, they declined him. And now apparently Kaiser, he won a competition. They have chosen his design. He's designing a knife for Kaiser now. He's designing a knife for Kubi. He's designing a knife for artisan cutlery. So this guy is shooting up, and it's super cool that he started at Pickled Steel. And man, what a first knife. This thing is ridiculous. Very nice, sort of just a thumb resting place if you are going to do some carving tasks or need to creep up a lot and exert a lot of power on this blade. This comes in very handy. It's sort of a resting place for your thumb. You can get a lot of grip. This acts as a little bit of a thumb ramp, and it's just super comfortable. You can also easily curl up over this I'm going to call it a finger choil. It's not really a finger choil, but this trigger space over here. And man, just sits perfectly in hand. We've got a reinforced tip there. Super cool. Nice flat grind. And it's not a full flat grind, but this thing is built like a tank, man. Wow. Nice sharpening choil there. Look at that. Perfect. All Pickled Steel knives are sharpened by hand on a whetstone. So you just know that guy's got some skill. Because look at that, there's no smile. It is perfectly balanced on either side. Super cool. Right, got aluminium. Well, let's finish the blade. We've got a thumb ramp here at the top and perfect jumping. Perfect jumping. Like, I always say Spyderco, to me, makes the best jumping in the game. But this is this is perfect. You just can't do it better. It's fantastic, man. It's really good. Thumb studs, nice red. Gives it a uniform look between the red, black, and green. I like the red and green, actually. It looks very nice. Just catches your eye. Just something different. Super cool. Then we also have some jumping on the scales themselves. So you guys can see there. And also on the liners. So the liners and the scales have jumping. The scales is actually made of aluminium. And it is coated, I'm pretty sure, titanium nitrate coating on this. The blade itself is blackwashed. So it's got like, it's basically, I think it's probably etched, and then we've got a stonewash finish. It's a very slight stonewash. I think the prototype maybe had a deeper stonewash than this, but that is a very clean look, right? And very uniform with the scales there. If it had a deep stonewash, it would have been a lot lighter, and it sort of might not have fit in as well as it's doing right now. But this is perfect. Very nice liners, very ergonomic. You are forced to either place your index finger in this groove or your middle finger. Either way, it's for my hand, right? I'm talking about for me. For my hand, it's perfect. Got some nice jumping here at the bottom, so it sits very comfortably in your hand. Got a lot of grip, especially when you want to close that P-lock, pickle lock. It's easily accessible, whereas something like the Spyderco Manix XL is super difficult to close. I need to use these fingers to kind of grip it into my hand. I can't use the butt because then I can't really reach the access lock. So it's a very awkward position. Whereas with the Warhog, you don't have that. It's super accessible. It's just right there. It's like, man, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfectly placed. Perfect size on these scales also. It's not super big. I'm not hanging on the edge there, but it's not super big. Ergos are, I'm gonna say, a 8.5 out of 10, maybe an 8 out of 10, just because this section here can maybe be a little bit uncomfortable at times. The pocket clip isn't a hot spot, but you are aware of it. As for the rest, so nice, super smooth. It's actually a little bit chamfered here on the sides, just to round it off a bit. Super nice. Got 2 standoffs and then beautiful green micarta inlay. The pocket clip is actually reversible and it is a deep carry pocket clip. This wire pocket clips are just fantastic. I really like them. They're super minimal, super tactical also. I like it. I really, really like it. This is epic, guys. Yo, the Warhog. So that's it, guys, for today. That's the Warhog from Pickled Steel, designed by now probably my very favorite SA knife designer, Johan Jordaan. And man, I can't get enough of this. I'm gonna have a blast at carrying this knife around the next couple of weeks, and then I will give you guys a full review. I would really like to just test this thing. This is a knife that I am very confident can go through hell and back, and it will just basically look exactly the same. So let's see what we can throw at the Pickled Steel WAR HOG. Awesome, guys. Have a great day. Have a knife day. And remember that no knife means no life.